What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp. Welcome to this live stream. Let's go ahead and get right to this story. This is actually pretty crazy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let this video play, and then I'm gonna read the article, and then we'll react to this. Here we go. This is crazy town.
North Carolina.
Of course, I messed up the sound. Give me a second. Let's try that again. There we go.
A woman is wanted for attempted murder after allegedly locking her boyfriend in a storage unit for days. Investigators say she left him there without any food or water.
ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the latest.
Unbelievable, dude.
This was the desperate call for help after a man spent days trapped inside a storage unit.
I've been locked in a storage unit for about a week now, and I just now found my phone.
Police say the 51-year-old was locked inside the locker by his girlfriend during an argument. The woman allegedly tricking him into looking for an item towards the back of the packed unit before proclaiming,
trick in the book.
"This is what you get," and slamming the door shut.
She double locked my lock, and I don't know how she put me in here, but she put me in here.
It took 4 days without food, water, or power for the man to finally find his phone in the darkness, lost in the chaos of what detectives called a hoarder's paradise.
I just need out of here. I just can't breathe. I haven't had nothing to drink or anything.
Soon after the call, the man was freed and treated for dehydration. The girlfriend, 52-year-old Robin Deaton, is now wanted for kidnapping, false imprisonment, and attempted murder. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
All right, so let's read the article here because there's an article here on the website. Let's go ahead and listen to this real quick.
A woman by the name of Robin Deaton was arrested overnight. This after allegedly trapping a man.
Okay, so they arrested her. That's good.
In a Monroe storage locker for 4 days.
4 days,
that
man.
Who was reportedly her boyfriend, called 911 after finding his cell phone in that dark locker. He was rescued Monday, but he said he had been in there since last Thursday after Deaton allegedly locked him inside. She is now charged with attempted murder and kidnapping. It's a story we followed all week.
Wow. All right, so let's read this to sort of get some of the details here, and then I'm going to make my comments. So the article says a Union County woman who allegedly locked her boyfriend inside a storage unit was arrested in Charlotte. Records revealed. It's good that she has been arrested. It says the man was locked inside a unit at Cooper Storage on Old Charlotte Highway on Thursday, February 20th. And for days was left without food, water, or light. He was freed from the locker February 24th. I guess that was about a week ago, after he managed to find his phone inside the dark unit and call 911. Monroe police sought to charge his girlfriend, 52-year-old Robin Renee Deaton, who attempted first-degree murder, first-degree kidnapping. When she was arrested on February 27th, she was charged with both offenses, according to an arrest warrant. The man told the police that he and Deaton had been in an argument before she allegedly asked him to get something from the back of the storage unit when he went in. She was accused of locking the door behind him during the 911 call. He also told the police that he believed that Deaton had put 2 locks on the door. Lieutenant Morgan Malone with the Monroe Police Department described the unit as, quote, a hoarder's paradise. As soon as the officers opened up the doors, things started falling out, Malone said. The further they opened it, the more stuff fell out. Let me finish this up here. It says police believe the crowded room and complete darkness made it difficult for the man to find his phone. Once the man was out, the owner of Cooper Storage was shocked to learn a person had been locked inside. The owner said daily property checks did not reveal any signs of stress, nor did security footage capture any suspicious activities. He said his business was working with police as the investigation continued. Following Deaton's arrest, he was booked into the Mecklenburg County Jail. Although charges stem from Union County, as of 6:45 a.m., Deaton was still in Mecklenburg County custody. Court records show that Deaton was denied bond within hours of her arrest. This is a very good thing. Guys, I think what has to be gleaned here are a couple of things here. Women, we often say in this community that women grow old, but they never grow up. Well, this is most certainly not what this was. What this was attempted murder, guys. This was attempted murder. And I think what this shows, pardon me. I think what this shows, guys, give me 1 second. I think what this shows, guys, is that a lot of times, you know, women really don't take rejection well. And I don't think that this was a matter I don't think that this was a matter of rejection. I honestly believe that this was sort of just a matter of her getting back at her boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that this was anywhere close to what it was supposed to be. So what I'll do is let me go ahead and make the correction here. And my apologies to you guys on the Rumble side. Let me go ahead and there we go. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the video here, guys. I'm gonna go back to the video here, guys, and I'm gonna replay this here. Give me 2 seconds, and we'll redo the countdown here. Here we go. What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp. Coming to you live here with this quick live stream. I'll get to your chats here. I'll get to your chats here shortly. I do not have the chat up right now because I will be getting to them. I will be getting to them shortly. But I wanted to call you guys' attention to this crazy story. Let's just go ahead and let the video play, and then I'll comment after that.
A North Carolina woman is wanted for attempted murder after allegedly locking her boyfriend in a storage unit for days. Investigators say she left him there without any food or water.
ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the latest.
This was the desperate call for help after a man spent days trapped inside a storage unit.
I've been locked in a storage unit for about a week now, and I just now found my phone.
Police say the 51-year-old was locked inside the locker by his girlfriend during an argument, the woman allegedly tricking him into looking for an item towards the back of the packed unit before
Oldest trick in the
proclaiming,
book.
"This is what you get," and slamming the door shut.
She double locked my lock, and I don't know how she put me in here, but she put me in here.
It took 4 days without food, water, or power for the man to finally find his phone in the darkness, lost in the chaos of what detectives called a hoarder's paradise.
I just need out of here. I just can't breathe. I haven't had nothing to drink or anything.
Soon after the call, the man was freed and treated for dehydration. The girlfriend, 52-year-old Robin Deaton, is now wanted for kidnapping, false imprisonment, and attempted murder. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Okay, so there is an article. Let me go ahead and read the article that accompanies this. There's also another video, actually, that the article doesn't really. The article gives it a little bit of justice, but let's watch this here quickly, and then I'll comment.
Some breaking news just into the newsroom this morning. Online records show a woman by the name of Robin Deaton was arrested overnight. This after allegedly trapping a man in a Monroe storage locker for 4 days. That man, who was reportedly her boyfriend, called 911 after finding his cell phone in that dark locker. He was rescued Monday, but he said he had been in there since last Thursday after Deaton allegedly locked him inside. He is now charged with attempted murder and kidnapping. It's a story we followed all week long. We'll continue to bring you updates on.
Okay, so one thing that is clear, one thing that we all talk about a lot is women grow old, but they never grow up. But this is not that case, guys. I think what can be gleaned from this particular situation is that women like this, they escalate to this point. Okay, there had to be some sort of sign. And I know, listen, nobody can predict the future. You know, we know that women are very, very good at sort of hiding their intentions, but let's not forget, this woman locked a man in a storage unit, fully intending on him to starve to death. Okay? When women do these kinds of extreme actions, they escalate, okay? And they rarely go from just 0 to 103 seconds. It just doesn't work that way. They sort of work up to it, right? So first of all, it starts with they leave crazy messages. First, the message is, okay, I love you, I hate you, I want to be with you, I want to have 8 of your kids, I'm going to kill you, I hate you, blah, 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 blah. Then they start to threaten you, right? They start to threaten you. They start to threaten, if you have any kids, they start to threaten your kids. They threaten to come to your job. This is why you got to keep some of this stuff to yourself. Then they escalate. Then they start to damage your property, right? You remember the movie Waiting to Exhale. Remember Angela Bassett's character set what's his name's house on fire because he had cheated with a white girl. Carrie Underwood, country music singer. Maybe next time he'll think before he cheats. She talks all about how she just completely destroys everything. There's also a song that says, "I'll bust the windows out your car." Then they escalate to physical violence instead of just the threat. Then they'll swing on you, they'll throw things on you, more threats. If you stay with women like this long enough and this pattern holds, eventually she will try something drastic like locking you in a storage unit for you to starve to death. Now, the interesting thing is that in this article, it said that there was no suspicious activity. This dude was trapped in a storage facility for 4 days. And I'm thinking to myself, if I were trapped in a storage facility, I know it's completely dark in there, but every few hours I'm banging on the door. Hey, help, somebody let me out of here. I'm locked in the storage facility. And they said it took him 4 days to find his phone. I can't even imagine. So there was no yelling, no audio. Now think of it this way. If this had been a man locking a woman in a storage unit, and I'm glad that she didn't get bond. It's good that she didn't get bond. But here's the thing. She'll probably be convicted, and she probably won't get much time, right? If this was a man locking a woman in a storage unit, they would absolutely throw him under the jail. So now we have to ask ourselves this, okay? How do we recognize the signs, right? Like obviously this guy didn't see this coming. She said, hey, go way in the back of the storage unit and try to find something, and she locked him in there and says, that's what you get. She was willing to kill this man. So this is what I advise. This is what I'm now going to start advising guys to do, because thanks to the advent of body cams and the internet, women don't get away with as much as they used to get away with, right? Guys, spend $5.99 and run a background check on her. If a woman has been arrested even one time, guys, that is a black flag. It's a black flag because women are routinely given a pass. Women can talk themselves out of crimes, DUIs, et cetera, et cetera. We see it on police videos all the time. Especially with women who are a lighter use, especially with white girls. White girls talk themselves out of situations all the time. I remember Devin and I, we were watching this one video where this woman had been pulled over. This cop in Arizona pulled her over. This was incredible. He pulled her over. Her license was suspended. Her insurance had lapsed. The tags on her car was expired. She had meth and cocaine in her car, and they let her go. They let her go after all of that. And so in order to get arrested and subsequently charged with a crime as a woman, the crime has got to be egregious. Run that background check, guys, because again, women routinely talk themselves out of these situations. If she was arrested, that means she's probably guilty. And here's something else. If you start dating a woman and she starts giving you these kinds of signs that she might be a little, because we've all dated crazy chicks, right? We all say, oh, she's crazy. Guys, ask her about her past. Ask her, listen, how did your last relationship end? Tell me about the craziest thing you've ever done in a relationship. And honestly, you have to do it in such a way where you have to sound almost non-judgmental. Hey, listen, I've done some crazy stuff. What's the craziest thing you've ever done? Dude, one girl straight up told, and women will brag about this stuff. One girl straight up told me she slashed her ex's tires. She told me that. At that point, I knew she was recreational use only, and I made sure that she did not know where she lived. I remember there's this one 44-year-old woman I was dating. I was dating non-exclusively. This woman found out that I was sleeping with someone else. I actually caught her trying to pour sugar in my gas tank. Thank God I caught her. Women like this who commit crimes like this, ask yourself this. Does she act like a Karen? Does she throw a hissy fit? How does she treat service workers? Gentlemen, women like this have no regard for human life. Now, in the end, guys, I think, just given, the evidence and the proofs, I think she's going to be tried and convicted, but you have to ask yourself, how much jail time will she get? Probably not a lot, okay? I actually watched something, Devin and I watched something earlier today. A woman paid to have her husband killed. she set the whole thing up. She said that it had taken her 2 years to maybe work up to this, and eventually she ended up paying a guy to assassinate and or kill her husband. Well, she was sentenced for 3 to 15 years. And I remember thinking to myself, 3 to 15 years? Are you kidding me? 3 to 15 years. Guys, she'll probably get a slap on the wrist, and in my opinion, maybe she'll get 6 months in prison on top of community service and probation. But guys, I want you to really think about this. Modern women are really beginning to escalate big time in the way that they are exacting revenge on their boyfriends and husbands. Man, like, this is absolutely incredible. And guys, I honestly, there are really, really horrible ways to die. I can think of a few ways that I would not want to die. I wouldn't want to be burned to death. I wouldn't want to be eaten by a wild animal like a lion or a tiger. Certainly don't want to do that. I certainly would not want to be buried alive. I think a close fourth or fifth. I mean, this dude was basically going to be buried alive. The only difference was that he was in a storage unit with all kinds of stuff. Maybe he could break out. Thankfully, he found his phone. But this woman tried to bury this man alive. And they gave her 3 to 15. They're going to give her 3 to 15 years for this. This is absolutely insanity. Absolute insanity. This woman is 52 years old and was going to bury this man alive. What this goes to show, gentlemen, is that women are getting crazier and crazier. They're resorting to they're resorting to more and more extreme tactics to just get away with people, to just get away with stuff. Literally getting away with murder. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable that this woman got into all that happened. She got into an argument with her boyfriend and decided, you know what? I'm going to lock this dude in my storage unit and he's going to starve to death. Well, what was she going to do then? Where was she going to hide the body? See, this is the thing. This is why we know that women don't think these things through, right? Okay, let's just say that she was successful and the guy actually passes away in the storage unit. Well, what does she do with this? What does she do with the body at that point? Because at some point, the body is going to decompose. It's going to start to stink, right? People in and around the owner of the storage unit is going to smell the smell. Eventually, somebody's going to investigate. It's going to be found out. Guys, this is why women act on emotion. When you act on emotion, and honestly, I don't think this was premeditated, guys. I don't think this was premeditated. I think that this was sort of a heat of the moment. I've got him right here. We got into this argument. I think I'm going to lock him in the storage unit, and I don't know what's going to happen. Hey, yeah, go get me my orange vest from way, way back, way, way back. She slid that thing shut, lock, and that was a wrap. That was a wrap. She didn't think what would happen. She didn't think what would happen should she succeed. She was screwed from the start, guys. Whether she succeeded or failed, she was done. Because if he gets out or if he finds his phone, and that's the thing, she didn't even think about the fact that this dude might have had his phone. She didn't think about the fact that this dude might have had his phone. People have their phones on them all the time. You didn't think he was going to call 911? Now, luckily for her, probably after a few hours, she probably thought she got away with it, right? She's like, all right, well, it's been 6 hours, and, you know, I mean, I don't remember him having his phone unless she thought about it. Well, I guess he doesn't have his phone, and even if he does have his phone, it's probably too dark to find, and by the time he finds it, he'll be dehydrated, blah, 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 blah. This guy was trapped in this storage unit for 4 days. No food, no water, no light. How on God's green earth did this woman think that she was going to get away with this? This is absolutely incredible, guys. This is absolutely incredible. So, gentlemen, the moral of the story here, guys, is when you're dealing with a woman who you think might be crazy, and I'm not talking about crazy the way we describe it, like, oh, she's, zany. No. I mean, low-key crazy, guys. Dude, guys, you got to stay away from these women, man. You got to stay away from these women. Again, think about what just happened. This woman was going to leave this man for dead. This woman essentially buried this man alive. That's what she did. She has been charged with attempted first-degree murder. She was going to kill this dude. She was going to lock him in there, and she was going to leave him in there to rot and die. Just think about the mental fortitude that it takes to do something like that, especially on impulse. Incredible. All right, let me get to your chats here. Clement Ekpo says they better convict her. Listen, They probably will convict her. But I can guarantee you, if we followed the story, I guarantee you she doesn't get more than 5 years. I tell you that right now. I guarantee you this woman does not get more than 5 years in prison. And she might not even get that. She's 52 years old. Oh, she's not a danger to society. You watch. They'll convict her, but they're going to give her a slap on the wrist. Trini Boy says, how much you want to bet she gets community service? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. J-Mon says, I would freak TF out. Absolutely. Snowdemi says, then a little bleach in your coffee. Absolutely. Nike Slim says, talk about locking him down literally. You know it. J-Mont says, Left Eye from TLC burnt down her boyfriend's house. Absolutely. Lisa Left Eye Lopes burned down the house of Andre Rison, and we all laughed and we chuckled. Ha, 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 ha. What if Andre Rison burned down Left Eye's house? Would we be laughing then? And it's interesting. Anytime violence is perpetuated against men, we always kind of laugh at it and ha, 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 ha. This woman is 52 years old, right? And she's not old, but she's not young either. This woman attempted to bury this man alive. Why is this not national news? I can guarantee you, if this were a man who tried to lock a woman in a storage unit or bury her alive, this would be all over TV. Nancy Grace would be all over this. Give him the death penalty, blah, 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 blah. She won't sniff 5 years in prison. I guarantee you that. J-Mon says, what if the phone battery went out? He'd be done. Dude, I mean, if this is the storage unit we're looking at right here, it's outside. I mean, if I'm him, I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I hear cars or if I hear people, I'm banging on that door. I'm like, yo, let me out of here. Like, and to me, now that I'm thinking about this, that's kind of a mystery to me. Why did it take this guy 4 days? I mean, how did it take this guy 4 days to get out of there? Okay, he found his phone, but did it really take him 4 days to find it? Ay. Dr. B84 says, oh yeah, Myron has talked about that on his show back in the day. Yes, he has. Alan Smasher says, Donovan, I was about to croak. I freaked out. Your YouTube link and IG kept saying channel unavailable. Yeah, my YouTube channel was down. It was just an error. No funny business as far as I know. King Life says, unless he has a steel cutting saw that's wireless in that storage unit, it's over because they have bolt locks locking them on the outside. Absolutely. Connor Brown says, this is unacceptable. Good to see you back here. Reggie with the $5 super chat says, Donovan, this is off topic. I hate it when people do off topic stuff. But you were right. Joy Taylor, right after Super Bowl, according to FS1, suspended her. Yes. Yeah. I mean, guys, I called it. Joy Taylor is now, she's done at FS1. I knew it. King Life says, locks on the outside. Absolutely. BS Profile says she felt like she'd get away with it. Absolutely. Yeah, she double locked it. Listen, I've got a storage unit back in New Jersey. I still need to empty. We double lock it too. Winston Lord said, men do this all the time. You are ridiculous. Yeah, prove it, Winston. Prove it. And you know what? It's funny. If you say men do this all the time, I guarantee women do it more. So listen, keep white knighting, Winston. You got it. Miguel Domina says 5 easy years and she will be back with another man. Absolutely. J-Mon says, what if her defense is that she knew a person could survive 10 days without food and water? She probably did. Yeah, Miguel Domina says, lock a woman in storage and you'll be on CNN News. Yeah, Winston Lord. He says, men do this all the time. You are ridiculous. No, I'm not. Because if men did this all the time, this would be on the news all the time. Nice try, though. Nice try. Paris Baxter says, I'd be banging like hell on the door. And did he not have his phone on his person? WTF? Why'd it take so long to find? Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, he should have had I've always got when I'm out and about, if I'm in my storage unit, I've always got my phone in my back pocket. I don't know. Devin says he did say it was a hoarded storage unit. Yeah, that's true, but his phone should have been on his person. I don't know. Either way, like I said, this was absolutely a crazy situation. Guys, this again just proves that modern women are getting crazier and crazier. They're getting crazier and crazier. Guys, I'm going to be doing the Love is Blind Season 8 breakdown directly following this stream. It's going to be on rumble.com/Donovan Sharp. Again, that is rumble.com/Donovan Sharp. I'll probably be starting that. I'll probably start that at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I think we are on episode 4, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, get on over to rumble.com/Donovan Sharp at the top of the hour. That's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern.